What's going on, everybody? This is Craig Green with another edition of Falcons Daily. Again, thanks for tuning in. We are over 450 subscribers. We are on our way to 500. Once again, thank you guys so much for that. We're going to jump right into today's topics. Earlier this week, we saw the Falcons coordinators speaking to the media. Zach Robinson for the offense, Jeff Ulbrich for the defense, and also Marquise Williams for special teams. Looking at some of the topics surrounding those units, let's talk about the defense first. What expectations do we have for this unit? Last year, remember, they finished 23rd in total defense. One of the bigger tastes in my mouth, bad tastes in my mouth, are some of the poor second halves we had, against Minnesota, number one. And also the last two games of the season as well, against Carolina and against Washington. Obviously not in that order, but those are games. And then also, you can even go back to 2023 and look at the Arizona game, a game that we had won that they gave up at the very end to Kyler Murray. But expectations for the defense this season, you got to be better than 23rd. You have to be better in sacks than you were last season. You were 30th in sacks. You need to get that sack total somewhere around 45 to 50. And again, your unit needs to be somewhere in the range of about 15th, 10 to 15, if you really want to have some success and really some success in the playoffs. Got to keep teams out of the end zone when you get into the red zone, when they get into the red area as well. Uh, you know, Also want to see some more pressure on the quarterback, make him make bad throws. Last year, a lot of times we'd see Falcon defenders rushing off the edge, moving too quickly, losing containment, and quarterbacks leaking out. Again, you got to watch out for that in man coverage. You got to watch out for that sometimes even in zone, where if you're zone blitzing, you can overcompensate for the quarterback and leave a big hole for him to run through. So just a cleaner operation in and of itself. That's what I want to see out of the Falcons defense. And hopefully the results will start to manifest for themselves. Those results being turnovers and sacks and points off the board for the other team. Now, Younghoe Koo, Younghoe Koo is a guy that I had some questions about as well, because remember last year he missed some kicks. But, of course, they're not all created equal. And that's what Marquise Williams was trying to say the other day, is that some of the kicks that Koo missed really weren't on him. A couple of the kicks were blocked. He said some of the operations weren't as clean as they needed to be, but he was going through his process the entire time and, couldn't really find too much fault with Koo for what was happening. So is he going to be back to his normal self, where we can just kind of walk away and know that he's going to make the kick? That remains to be seen. In 2024, Younghoe Koo, he had attempted 25. He made 25 out of 34 field goals. Of course, his long 58 yards to beat New Orleans. It's his career low in field goal percentage. He only completed 73.5% of his kicks. Back in 2020, he was a Pro Bowler and he made 91.7%. He converted actually 37 out of 39. I'm sorry, he was 95%. He's since gone down since then, 93%, 86%, 86%, and then again 73%. But I think Koo will be just fine. Again, if you listen to how Marquise Williams is breaking it down, and if you understand the operation that has to go down between Liam McCullough and then back to Bradley Pinion, the holder, and then for Koo to run up and kick the ball, there's it's not just as simple as it looks. So I'm not too stressed about Younghoe Koo until we see the operation is very clean and he is just clearly missing kicks. But again, I still got a lot of faith in this young man. He's still, fairly young, only 30 years old. So we got plenty of life left in Younghoe Koo, I think. No problems here on my end with number 6. He'll be doing just fine when it's time to call his number. Now, a question for you guys. Do you think that Michael Penix can keep the Falcons as a top 10 offense? Now, Kirk Cousins did that last year. I mean, he put up some really big numbers for the Falcons in terms of the Falcons' offense and total defense. Well, not the total defense. We know the total defense was pretty terrible, but the Falcons' total offense was a top 10 offense last season, and they had about 370 yards per game, sixth in the league. Can Michael Penix keep that up? I think so, but we're going to need more out of the passing game. That's for certain. I mean, we didn't really get it how we needed to on the back end of the season, but Penix did show a lot of life, and he did show the fact that I think that he could carry this offense. He is more of a pocket passer. He's going to stay back there, sling it. He'll run if he has to. I think if the running game doesn't lose any ground and we can get that passing game back up again, then yeah, I think the Falcons will be a top 10 offense. But it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment period, and it's going to be an adjustment period for some of the defenses. So I think expect the Falcons offense really to get off to a good start again, just because there isn't that much film on Michael Penix. You've got maybe 3 games worth and some action in the preseason. But I'm expecting the Falcons offense again to be somewhere in that 7 to 10 range. That's where they need to be. It'd nice to see them be number one like they were in 2016, of course. But I'm all down with Mike Penix taking the jump. Getting around. I thought for him a sweet spot would be somewhere around 4,000, 4,200 passing yards. And of course 3-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. So it all starts up front with the blocking. It starts with the pre-snap communication, everybody getting lined up, and then we go from there. Once the ball's snapped, the coaches can't help you. So I hope that the Falcons can field a top 10 offense. We've seen it over the years. The offense has really not been the issue. It's been fielding a more consistent defense. Now, last topic for today, guys, we're going to talk more about Ryan Neuzil. Again, he still remains unsigned, has not signed his tender with the Falcons. Don't know when that's going to happen, if it's going to happen. But some things cleared up by Tori McElhaney of AtlantaFalcons.com. A fan asked a question to her mailbag about Ryan Neuzil. And really, the deal with Ryan Neuzil right now, guys, is he can't sign anywhere else. It's Falcons or bust for him. The Falcons have right of first refusal. His window to opt to negotiate with other teams ended in March. So again, he's either playing football for the Falcons in 2025 or he's not playing football. They still expect him to come back. He still hasn't signed his tender. So, and the Falcons right now publicly are not worried about it. I am, because again, we're taking Michael Gonzalez, converting him from a guard to a center. And again, they are going to have to build that rapport up with Mike Penix, and I'm sure that's what's happening right now with the offseason workouts. Again, the players are in the building, getting some work in and doing things. So again, it's a concern of mine that Ryan Neuzil has not come back yet. But the Falcons, publicly, I don't seem worried about it. Privately, who knows? All right, guys, thanks again for tuning in. Hope you guys will hit the subscribe button. Let's get over 500 subscribers. Let's get to 1,000. We get to 1,000, I might do something fun right here on this show for all of y'all. But again, follow me on social media. Craig, Craig, the letter G, and the word sports, SPORTS. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, and again, Cash App if you're feeling generous. But again, guys, hope y'all have a great rest of your day, Falcons family. We will see you tomorrow with more Falcons Daily. Sayonara and buenos noches.